Okay, so I know I said we would be working on probably the barn today, but if you watch the end of the last episode, you know that I found a Nether fortress off camera, like at when I was not expecting to find it. I just like sort of decided I was going to go in the Nether and just go ahead and start looking because I thought it would take forever for me to find one. But then I found one. So instead of working on the barn today, we are going to focus on going into this Nether fortress and getting those blaze powder that I really, really need. And if you can't tell, I'm like super hyped up at the moment because like this is something that I really, 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 really need and really want. And so I just want to go ahead. Oh, took a little bit to render there, I guess. Um, Anyways, if you notice that things are running smoother, I did do a lot of work off camera. I got fabric downloaded and added a bunch of mods. It's phosphorus, lithium, and something else, sodium maybe. Just sort of quality of life mods that help things run smoother. Also changed some of the visual options. So, for instance, if you can tell, I don't have the typical bobbing movement you see in previous episodes and generally most Minecraft playthroughs, and that's just because I personally suffer from motion sickness, and so it didn't make any sense for me to continue to have that enabled when I had the option with whatever one of those mods it was that allowed me to change those options to turn it off and make things look a little bit smoother so that way I can play longer without feeling like actual garbage. So that's why it looks like I'm kind of just skating along instead of, actually walking. And so I intend to keep this option turned on for literally forever because it makes me feel better when I play, even if it's not like such a significant difference. But anyways, here it is. We're just gonna run away from whatever that is that's chasing after me. Soul sand. Soul sand. Soul sand. You're being a pain in the rear. Alright, let's just get over here and we'll just go ahead and start going up. Let me turn up my brightness some because it is so dark. It is so dark in this area. Maybe the best thing to do is just to... What the heck hit me? Okay. Did a blaze snipe me from somewhere? Maybe it did. Maybe that's what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and put some torches down just to keep things from spawning while I'm trying to dig. This is probably going to take a while, but honestly I could care less because this makes me so happy. You have no idea how happy this makes me to have found one of these. And it's not actually, as you could see, it wasn't actually that far away, but I was kind of avoiding... Oh, no, we don't want to do that. I was trying to get my bow. But as you can tell, I was kind of avoiding going into the soul sand area because there's skeletons everywhere and they're just kind of a pain because obviously they just shoot at you all the time. But the fact that we found one here and one so close to my base is actually really great because if you didn't know, the best way to make a wither skeleton farm is to do it in either, I think it's a warped forest or a soul sand biome within the Nether because it actually, because there's not very many things that actually spawn in the soul sand valley area, so it increases your sorry, it's taking me a little bit to think and talk as I go up this way. It increases your spawn rates of the wither skeletons, which is obviously like a great thing to have. Is there anything in here? Is it just... I think, yeah, we gotta go up a little bit higher still. Oh, there's one that way. Oh, hi, Blaze. I will gladly kill you, because I need your stuff. Yeah, please just go down there. We're just going to light up these platforms as much as possible to keep things from just spawning everywhere when I'm not ready to deal with them, quite frankly. Yeah, so that's just what I'm gonna go run around and do right now before I forget about it and it inevitably becomes a problem. I know I don't need to be adding this much light because of spawn rules that were added and whatever it was. Was it 1.19? I think it was earlier than that. I think it was 1.18. Was it 1.17? I don't know. But I like adding all the light anyways just because sometimes with my PC it can be kind of hard to see things just because I don't like to fiddle around with the lighting as much. Oh. Oh, there you are. I was like, what was attacking me? I couldn't see it. Okay, let's quickly eat something. I could get rid of this wither effect, but honestly, that's not my main concern right this moment. Alright, let's continue lighting up this area. We'll go up there in a second, but I want to take care of this blaze first because he's causing me trouble. Alright, we're gonna go up here and light up this area, which is kind of a weird little balcony area. But I guess, you know, the generation is still weird. Supposedly they're doing something to change the stuff with the Nether Fortress in 1.20. I don't know if that's actually true or not. But if it is, that would be nice. Like I said, I don't know if that's actually true or not. I just heard that they're supposedly doing some changes to Nether Fortress generation. I think it is. If you can't tell, I'm getting way too confident in like my ability to combat things at this point. Ah! Okay, that's not good. Let's kite him around here. What's in there? Diamonds, I will take. I will take the obsidian too. Free obsidian is never an issue. I will always take free obsidian just because it's such a pain to mine right now. When we get a beacon, it'll be a little bit better. Let's make sure we light up this area plenty good as well. And here's our nether wart. Yay! I can do more complex potion making, I guess. If we want to call it that. Oh, my inventory's full. We'll get rid of some of that. Pick up all our nether wart here. I don't need all that soul soil. I think the soul soil is only really good for making paths if you have the soul speed boots. And I think that's about it. Wow, this place really is a maze. People talk about how maze-like it is, but it's like, here, let me go ahead and eat. So that way if we come across anything while we're wandering around, it doesn't immediately kill us badly. Is there anything up here? Okay, so some weird generation up here. We'll come back to that in just a moment, because I think I want to get... Or should I just go ahead and go up there? Anyways, I'll just go this way first. I shouldn't let myself get too distracted. Oh, there's another netherwort area here. Okay, that's good. I'll just go ahead and grab all this stuff as well. If I decide I want to pretty up the fortress again later, I can do that. That might be something we do as part of one of the mega builds, is to change up how the fortress actually looks. I'm just gonna dump off. I don't really need a saddle as a thing. I have way too many saddles from fishing. I'll take the gold, I guess, because that's definitely going to be useful later on. Let's go ahead and put my back there. Again, with the weird generation, I'm not sure what this is about specifically, but oh, of course. Hey, buddy. Hi. Alright. Let me go ahead and get my shovel out, and we're just gonna shuffle some things over because things are kind of laid out incorrectly, I realize now. Not the most efficient way to lay things out. I can hear them very loudly. which makes me think that they're probably just outside this area here. So we're gonna... I don't know if there's anything in that direction. Should I bother trying to, like, clear a path out? No, there's really nothing up here. Okay. Oh, of course, asshole. Let me through. I'm gonna kite you down here because I can't afford to, like, accidentally hit a piglin. There we go. It would be funny if I just happened to get a wither skull when I'm not really looking for one. So we've been down that way. We have not been down here to light up this area yet. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, hi, buddy. Almost snuck up on me, did you? I'm gonna have way too many bones. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this wither effect to stop before I go back out. Let's go ahead and light up this area just in case I don't want anything to spawn behind me. We already got all this area pretty good. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and head this way. Again, I'm not really looking for horse armor. That's not any decent loot. Alright. This is actually a pretty big nether fortress. I didn't realize they generated this big. If they always have, well, I don't know what to say to that, other than I'm, like, not super... Like, I've never actually explored a nether fortress before, I don't think, except for maybe in creative mode when I was just sort of goofing around. A long time ago. It would have been a really long time ago. Gosh, this place is a maze! So, our only option may be to just go, like, sort of dig out somewhere where it goes up. I think we've lighted up this lower level pretty well, so I think we're good there. So I think our only option is to try to go back up here. Alright. Okay, so that's really busy over there. Clearly, I was making a bit of a mistake. Alright, come on, let's kite this guy back here. Oh, there's two of you. How nice. Thank God I have pot 4. Because otherwise that would have been a problem. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is we're just going to run this way, and we're just going to say screw it, and we're just going to continue lighting up this area to try and... Come on! Get over here. I'm going to shoot you, you little shit. Alright. Alright. Alright, thank you for dying. Alright. Whoa. Okay. Apparently that's a thing. Alright. They're trying to fire at me, but they're doing a very terrible job of it. Alright. Alrighty. Let's go up here. Let's see what we've got. Not a whole lot. Unfortunately. We'll go back to that blaze spawner in a moment. I'm just trying to, like, avoid it right now because there's so much stuff concentrated around it at the moment that I just want to make sure I get all the other areas that we know of lit up before I try and go back there. So maybe what we can do is we can kind of snipe some of them from here. Like maybe what we do is instead we focus on Let's go ahead and tuck around here. This is starting to become a bit of a problem. Let me go ahead and eat again. And of course there's a ghast hanging around, of course. Alright. Where is it, is the question. Okay, good. We've got this lit up, so no more blaze spawning just for the moment, which is for the best. I swear I hear... They must be above me on this, like, Soul Sand Valley thing, is where... They must be. There are way too many of you. Let's go over here. Where are you guys at? Oh my god. This is literally the worst. I hate gas. I think I made that readily apparent last episode. Where they are literally just the worst mob. Just the worst. I swear. Like, that's not even a joke, that's just a real ass thing. They're just the worst. Come on. Come on, buddy. Okay, let's kite you guys down here. Let's go ahead and eat, of course. And we're getting shot at by all sorts of things that don't have no business shooting at us. Magma cubes, of course. Just hanging out. This really goes on for a while. I was not expecting these things to be this big, honestly. Like, I don't know why I'm so surprised, but I am, because, I don't know. I'm used to seeing much smaller fortresses, I will say that, from watching other people do playthroughs. I'm not used to seeing them be this, like, just this humongous. But I guess this gives us plenty of room to do some interesting stuff, particularly with regards to making a withered skeleton farm. Hi, Magma Cube. There we go. Buddy, you are highly at risk of accidentally getting hit by me while I try and kill these assholes. Alright. Alright. How are you still spawning? Okay. Clearly, not doing a very good job at lighting these things up, as I think. Just gonna go ahead and move a lot of this stuff out of the way. Alright, that's sufficiently covered, so that should hopefully prevent any more spawnings. Which means I probably need to make sure I haven't been healing like I should be, because I haven't been paying attention to my food bar. That is an important thing to remember. Alright. Have I been out here? Yes, I have. There's nothing interesting over here. Okay. If you can't tell, I've been kind of avoiding having to go back to that spawner. More blaze rods. Will not complain about that. How many do I have? 26. That's pretty good. But I want to hopefully get as many as possible because, one, I want to make a couple more actual like brewing stands, and also in addition to making more brewing stands, I obviously need blaze powder to do brewing. So I guess the idea is probably get a few more, hopefully. As long as there aren't anybody around to get in the way. Okay. I don't trust this thing not to continue spawning, so I'm just going to add some more. Yeah, see? Clearly, the only way to do it is to... Oh, that could have been very bad. Okay, I need to go find some sort of cover, so I'm going to tuck myself in here just for the time being. Eat some food. Alright. You, sir, are becoming annoying. Thank you. Oh, I just lost this braid sludge. Oh, whatever. It's fine. You're still spawning, so clearly doesn't... This kind of just slows down spawning, I guess. It doesn't really prevent spawning. Which is good for me, because... I guess I do need more of your blaze rods. We're gonna just hold that up. Alright, how many do I have? 33. We're still doing pretty good. I just keep getting set on fire, but honestly, like, for me it's just not that big of a deal, because I do have the protection I need to make that not such a problem. Alright. There's just blazes everywhere. Try to avoid hitting this piglin because he insists on, like, getting super close to me, which is annoying. But yeah. Maybe we can get to a stack before I leave. Stack would be good. What we'll probably do before we leave, after we kill a few more, is go ahead and like seal off this area so that way we're not having to deal with them at the same time. Of course! Okay. Stop trying to fight me, you asshole. Okay. Just take your death quietly, please. Okay. Yeah. That was obnoxious. Obviously. Because we had 4 spawn at once, which is pretty crazy. Alright, you. I'm getting sick and tired of your kind, so I'm just going to go ahead and deal with you. There we go. And of course, somebody sniped me from far away, probably. Yes, they're spawning literally everywhere. I really hate how you're hanging around here, dude. Like, that's freaking me out a little bit. Also, I'm aware I'm not super great at combat. I am getting a little bit better. It helps that I'm using a wireless keyboard instead of my laptop keyboard because that gives me infinitely better management of my like key bindings and stuff. But so if anybody feels the need to lecture me about my combat skills, I'm working on it. Sometimes I just go into like no brain, just like swing mode because I get freaked out. Usually because something happens like faster than I'm like expecting it to. Which like I know like I should let my swing charge up a little bit before I like actually, you know. Before I start like swinging around, but I'm not used to that style of things at the moment. I'm getting used to it. I'm not used to having to charge up my swing. Oh, that's gonna cause us trouble. We're gonna have all sorts of piglins after us now, which is not great. But sorry, buddy, but that was your fault for getting in my way. The good news is here we're relatively protected, so hopefully by the time we leave, they'll have decided to chill out. Oh, I have 64. I guess I could go, but do I want to is the question. I'm just going to keep farming this. This will probably be a long while, so there's going to be a jump cut in here somewhere. It'll probably be happening before this point. I know I should just go ahead and go because I'm getting kind of greedy, but like at the same time, I've done a pretty good job lighting a good section of this up. So at this point, I'm literally just farming blaze. So after that, we'll get out of here pretty soon. I wonder if these two blaze spawners are like relatively close to each other, because if they are, then we might be able to make a double blaze spawner, which will be interesting. But I feel like that's a project for a later date, just because that's going to take a lot of resources to make. But once we're better settled, we'll definitely work on a blaze farm and a wither skeleton farm, and maybe we'll also do some sort of big big build using the Nether fortress as sort of like a scaffold. Maybe we'll redesign the Nether fortress, or maybe we'll just do something completely different. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Yeah. I'm getting better at the shielding mechanic. I used to be absolutely shit at it. Like, I couldn't use it at all. Alright, where is it coming from? Who's gonna shoot first? Are you gonna shoot? Are you gonna shoot? Of course you wait right until then to do your business. Alright. Fun. I threw that stuff out because I don't want to deal with it. I wonder if a lot of stuff is despawning outside, which is why I'm getting more twos now and more frequently. I wonder if that's what's going on. Yeah, so this is exciting to be able to find another fortress in a soulstone valley, and I want to fight a lot of withers, which will maybe be much more understandable once we get to some of my projects I'm interested in attempting. Why I want so many nether stars? Not necessarily because I want a bunch of beacons, but because I want the stars themselves, which will be an interesting thing. Okay, so we're very close to 2 stacks. I will stop at 2 stacks. There's no point in me like staying much longer after that. We're just gonna run and skedaddle on home. Of course, got set on fire again, despite my best efforts. I wonder also if like maybe they're spawning above for whatever reason, which is why it's taking so long. Like maybe that's why. Mostly, I'm trying not to plan too much ahead because then I get overwhelmed if I like try to like plan out too much and think too much about it. So there's certain ideas I would like to incorporate, but we'll mostly just be kind of flying by the seat of our pants in regards to building. Okay, we just need one more blaze, really, and then we're good. One more, please, just spawn. Yes. Come here. Stop hiding. Alright. We've got all the blaze powder we need. I'm going to go ahead and eat, and we're just going to run. I think this is the direction we need to go to get back to where I get down. Oh, there's an Enderman standing there. Please don't get triggered. I had this weird incident where like an Enderman was climbing up a ladder above me, and I was looking up as I was climbing up the ladder, and somehow that triggered the Enderman despite like not seeing his face, which was super bizarre, at least from my perspective. Alright, I think we gotta go this way is the way we gotta go. So yeah, now we have enough blaze rods. I have 2 stacks at least. I don't know if I have more than that. I'm pretty sure I only have 2 stacks. But that should be enough to get us a few more brewing stands and then plenty enough to make blaze powder to make weakness potions, so we can start working on our so we can start setting up our zombie villager system. Alright, so we're gonna do our first test run. Let's see what happens. I got my fermented spider eye. And then we have this here to make it splash, hopefully. And there we go. That is beautiful. We're gonna add the gunpowder there. And I'm thinking I probably need to think about adding a place to store my actual finished product, but we'll worry about that in a moment. Oh, it's done. And there we go. Our splash weaknesses. I don't want to accidentally throw those, so I'm going to keep those out of my hand. So maybe we stick one right... Do we have it like that? Which I feel like is kind of goofy. Or do we do this, stick it down there, and have it be like that? Where it's like this sort of little, slightly hidden, but not so hidden that you can't access it, if that makes sense. I think we're going to roll with that for now. I think at this point we're going to try and be a bit conscious about some of the things we need to work on. Okay, Editor Moon here. I'm just going to be honest. I want to get this video out as soon as possible because obviously my last two videos were kind of late. One because I was busy with school and I just got behind. Even though I had all the filming done, I didn't have the actual editing done until after the semester had finished up. And the other one just because I had a lot of footage to go through. And so I want to pump out these videos much more efficiently and much more quickly. And so I'm just going to end this video here, mostly because I have a good amount of content, I think. And honestly, I just want to make sure I'm getting out content at a reasonable time, especially now that I have a little bit more free time now that school is finished. So I just want to thank anybody who actually watches these videos. Thank you very much for watching them. I hope to see you very, very soon in the next episode.